An old room.
So
Like
gross.
this round.
Like all these ancillary.
It's just pictures of me and Jason,
Well,
you know,
it had yellow frame, it had a roof over it.
No,
I mean,
well,
it's always
also,
been
well,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah. This thing a few
beautiful.
Yes, you might.
And they just redid them.
No, it's not trapped
Yeah, they
there.
just redid their.
Power trip.
All
I'll do
right,
that.
good evening. I'll call to order the meeting for the Hampton Township Council for Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. We'll start with a pledge. There are like 5 conversations going.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Blackburn,
Present.
Ms. Fritsch,
Present.
Mr. Midgley,
Present.
Mr. Scholley,
Present.
Dr. Johnson,
Present.
Mr. Speakman.
Present.
All right. First item on the agenda, can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the following meetings? The regular meeting held Wednesday, March 25th. The public hearing held Wednesday, April 8th. The agenda meeting held Wednesday, April 8th. The regular meeting held Wednesday, April 22nd. And the agenda meeting held Wednesday, May 13th.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Blackburn,
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch,
Favor.
Mr. Midgley,
Favor.
Mr. Scholley,
Favor.
Dr. Johnson.
Favor. All right, next item on the agenda, citizens' agenda matters. If anyone has anything that they would like to address to council, please step to the microphone and state your name and address.
Frank, we know you've held it bottled in for years now. Come on.
That was your time.
He told me before the meeting he wants it to stop raining, so if you could.
I will do a reverse rain dance this evening before I go to bed.
All right, so administration, item A.
Yes, as you're all aware, a representative from C-SPAN reached out to Township Council earlier this month. 2 8th graders in the Hampton Township School District, Evan Hartman and Eli Wharton, finished 3rd place in a national competition for a video documentary for C-SPAN. It's called the Student Cam Competition. It's the 22nd year they've been running it. And they had just asked if we would consider sending a recognition or making a recognition of these 2. We prepared a proclamation that Dr. Johnson will read. The actual, and we'll send this to them, but the students themselves are actually going to come before council on July 22nd. So.
But we did want to approve this tonight so that they can add it to
Yeah.
the website with all of the other congratulations that the students have
Very
gotten.
nice.
All right, so Township of Hampton proclamation honoring Evan Hartman and Eli Wharton, 3rd prize in the C-SPAN Student Cam. Whereas the Hampton Township is a municipality that takes great pride in the sense of community and civic engagement of its residents, especially those students of Hampton Township School District. And whereas Cable Satellite Public Affairs Network, C-SPAN, is a television network dedicated to covering proceedings of the United States government, interviewing political leaders, and nonpartisan historical programming. And whereas on an annual basis, C-SPAN hosts Student Cam, a national competition for middle school and high school students to create video documentaries to voice their opinions on current political, economic, and social events. And whereas Eli Wharton and Evan Hartman, 8th graders in the Hampton Township School District, competed in the Student Cam competition, earning 3rd place nationally for their video, Endless Pursuit, Income Equality versus the Declaration of Independence. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Hampton Township Council does hereby honor Evan Hartman and Eli Wharton on the remarkable achievement of 3rd place in C-SPAN's National Student Cam competition. So even though they are not here this evening and will be here in a couple months, just congratulations to them. That is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so then can I get a motion to approve the proclamation honoring Evan Hartman and Eli Wharton for winning 3rd place in the C-SPAN Student Cam competition?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Fritsch,
Favor.
Mr. Midgley,
Favor.
Mr. Scholley,
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn,
Favor.
Dr. Johnson.
Favor. All right, item B, please.
So now on to our civic duties. Every 5 years, the county undertakes a new hazard mitigation plan. This identifies any types of threats, critical facilities that could succumb to those threats, and populations that are at risk. The plan was developed by a consultant. It was approved by Allegheny County. They now need to get approval from all of the municipalities. Approval of this plan makes the county eligible for grants and other funding during disasters. So with that, I recommend adoption of a resolution adopting the hazard mitigation plan.
Do we have a resolution number?
1127.
All right, does anyone have any questions? All right, can I get a motion to adopt Resolution 1127, the 2026 Hazard Mitigation Plan per the manager's recommendation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Midgley?
Favor.
Mr. Sholey?
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn?
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch?
Favor.
Dr. Johnson?
Favor.
The next matter before council is a cooperation agreement and resolution for the Allegheny County Vacant Property Program. I can certainly go through the program again. I know we talked about it a little bit before. Really what it is just an opportunity for our residents through a program the county has established to really, what it's really going to probably be is mostly side yards that are vacant, for them to recover them, make them part of their property, bring them onto the tax rolls. Mr. Midgley, I know at the last meeting you had asked, is there a review process to make sure the property is vacant? I did check with the county. I mean, their review process is very intensive. So
Yeah.
yes, they do make sure of that. The properties have to be at least 3 years tax delinquent. So that kind of gives you a sense of it. I do think there's a benefit to this program. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's going to solve all the vacant property problems that we have, but I think there's probably 1 to 2 parcels a year where a resident can take advantage of this program to, bring a property back on the tax rolls and maintain it to a level that I think we would all find acceptable. So with that said, I'd recommend execution of the cooperation agreement and adoption of the resolution to join the Allegheny County Vacant Property Recovery Program. We would be the 92nd municipality to join.
Anyone have any questions? 1128.
Correct.
Can I get a motion to execute a cooperation agreement and to adopt resolution number 1128 with the Redevelopment Authority of Allegheny County to participate in the Allegheny County Vacant Property Recovery Program?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Sholey?
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn?
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch?
Favor.
Mr. Midgley?
Favor.
Dr. Johnson?
Favor. Next item, please.
This is just a request for proposal we're seeking for a managed service provider for IT. Our current contract has run its course. Mainly what this does is do a lot of monitoring and patching of our network. And just it gives us an opportunity as well through this bid process to establish labor rates for larger capital projects from the managed service provider.
Anyone have any questions? All right, then can I get a motion to authorize advertisement for requests for proposals for a managed service provider for information technology and cybersecurity services per the RFP in our packets?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Blackburn?
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch?
Favor.
Mr. Midgley?
Favor.
Mr. Sholey?
Favor.
Dr. Johnson?
Favor. Item E.
This is one of the big projects that we've been talking about for the past, since before I started here. And we're starting to get underway, is the request for proposal for architectural services for a public safety facility for the fire department. I can't remember, is there another agency that's going to be using that, Eric?
Just the fire department.
Okay, yeah, the fire department.
I'm not sure.
Shaler Hampton EMS. I know Eric has long been looking forward to this.
So if you're gonna give anyone the stink eye,
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. We budgeted $75,000 to start this process this year. Realistically, it's going to be a several $100,000 RFP. I just want to be honest with you about that. The majority of that cost being next year as we get the project prepared for construction. Biggest thing I'm going to stress to you is this is a professional service. We are not obligated to take the lowest cost proposal. So bear that in mind. Don't get me wrong, cost is a factor, but it is not the overriding factor for any professional service. So the RFP's been looked at by our friends at Shaler Hampton EMS, and the fire department recommended for approval and advertisement.
Anyone have any questions? All right, then can I get a motion to authorize advertisement for requests for proposals for the architectural services associated with the township's public safety facility per the specification in our packet?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Fritsch,
Favor.
Mr. Midgley,
Favor.
Mr. Sholey,
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn,
Favor.
Dr. Johnson.
Favor. All right, next item is the North Hills Council of Government report. Our primary discussion involved the salt contract bids, and there were 3 bidders that came back with Morton Salt well below the other 2. And there are changes to the salt contract this year, which Ryan has actually explained in the past, since he's on the salt committee. But if anyone has any questions.
Yeah, lucky me.
Salt committee.
Yeah, we are looking at going, we're changing the spread from 75-125 to 61-40. It mirrors what we get through CoStars. The cost is slightly higher, and I'll have an email to all of you explaining this, but the point I would make is we will have a mild winter, and that 15% difference is a lot of money. It's about, at our current intake of salt, I believe it's like $50,000. So that difference of 15% with our current quota. So, like I said, I'll have an email. I do think this was actually a recommendation not from me. It came from a previous manager in a previous bid, Julie Bastianini, who's down in Fox Chapel. I think it was a very smart idea at the time, and it's a smart idea now.
I didn't know it was going to be a mild.
I know,
Yeah,
I heard that too.
I would.
We will have.
I would remind you when I started here, the salt was coming out the shed and down the street.
Well aware. So
Yeah.
I recently purchased my ski tickets for next year, so we will have mild.
That's
All
usually
right.
how it works. Yeah,
That's the way it works.
That's how
yeah.
All right, other than that, and routine items, really the only thing was we had a rather lengthy discussion about deer culling. There are a couple of municipalities that are just starting their programs, but of course they're concerned that if they take care of the deer in their municipalities, everyone else's deer are just going to go there. So I did let them know that we are part of a deer culling program, but that does make me curious. We're doing the arrow one, and I know a few years ago we tried to get involved with
Yes.
the rifle one.
I think we need to revisit that.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I give Jeff Haas, Sergeant Haas, a lot of credit. He and Tom Adams really stepped up this past year with that program. I mean, they really marketed it hard and did a lot, but we can only control so much through archery.
Anyone have any questions about North Hills COG items?
So are they, overall, there's more in favor of more reduction of deer population? Is that a fair statement?
I would say no one at the COG seemed to have an issue with reducing the deer population.
That's good to hear.
However, I
Way
mean,
too
some
many.
residents will have an issue with
Yeah.
it. There are always some.
There's just way too many.
It does seem like there's a higher number on the roads already this year than there have been in the last couple of years. All right,
Good.
Water Authority monthly report. Anything to add?
I have nothing to add.
Engineers monthly report.
Equally nothing to add.
Legal counsel monthly report.
I have nothing to add.
Controllers monthly report.
Well, I'd like to say that for this year, earned income is up $100,000 compared to the same period last year, which is 3.7% over the 25 actual that we had at this time. So we are on track to exceed budget. Real estate deed transfer is also up 100,000.
Really?
Which is 47% over this time last year. The 26 budget is the same as 25, but it is, in my opinion, way too soon to think that actual for the year will keep pace with that exceeding the budget at that level. And it really reflects residential sales. There are no major commercial sales that are in the generation of the deed transfer tax so far this year. Insurance revenue has already exceeded in total the 26 budget. And that's just after 4 months. This is partly explained by a greater dividend that we receive from workers' compensation investment, that premiums that we do. Unfortunately, the gains also reflect reimbursement for current workers' compensation claims, which are primarily in the police department continuing. There are no significant changes in the expenses from last month's updates. Looking ahead to May, capital improvement expenditures are stretching available revenue.
Say that again, please.
capital improvement expenditures are stretching
Stretching.
available
Okay.
revenue. That's a May occurrence. In May, we were in
Okay.
good shape. In May, you know, and that's largely because we have paid, we've paid road paving, which we have never paid before the major receipt of tax revenues. So
It's
it
a
was
flow
an
issue.
expedited process this year to help avoid surcharges
Okay.
that are
Yeah.
built into the contract.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
We were able to meet the, you know, the invoice needs, if you will, the expense needs. But we've got a couple major ones coming up, fitness equipment. And the walking trail paving is not reflected in that. 80% of the road paving contracts, A and B, have been paid as of this week. And we have, that's that. And finally, the effects of the stormwater management fee decision from the Westchester decision have yet to be analyzed and planned. The worst outcome for us that's going to happen is an adjustment in the flow of major projects this year possibly, but in ongoing years. It still will not have a major impact overall in the stormwater management plan and our ability to meet MS4 requirements. But it may cause us to stretch out
Spread out the
some of the
projects
major
a bit.
projects and just manage those appropriately. But it's not a major disaster for us regardless of what we decide to do.
Okay.
Outside of that,
Yeah.
any questions?
Doesn't seem like it, thank you. And I have nothing to add to the library report unless there are questions. Oh, I think I skipped the information technology report. Anything to add?
No.
Alrighty. Public safety.
Chief Velakovich is actually on vacation
Okay.
tonight, so he was not in attendance. But you have his report. I don't know if there's any questions.
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, item B, EMS report, please.
Thank you. I do a few things, and in the interest of your time, I'm going to skip the data and stuff. There's less really specific questions about that. Nothing of great importance to point out there. First is, I was pleasantly surprised about the touch truck last week. I expected a really thin crowd given the weather, but a really nice crowd, and that turned out well. Have the Hampton High School graduation come up next week. We'll certainly be there and be ready for that. After a long delay, either this Friday or next Wednesday, we'll be delivering the hands-only CPR manual we're donating to the Hampton Community Library, and really happy to make that happen. And just waiting to just coordination between them if it's going to be this Friday or next Wednesday. So excited to get
Susanna
that
is
out there.
very excited about that.
Well, as am I. I think it's a really program that's been all on me and us on getting it done, but it is done. We're ready to get going with it. Number 4 is that you've all received an invitation to the meeting on June 15th at the Hampton Community Center. I really hope you'll all be able to join us that night. It's something we've not done before. Every June we do a joint staff and board meeting, and I hope that you all join us to kind of learn the update about Sharon Hampton EMS and see how we're doing financially and what questions and concerns our staff might have, if any, and just a chance to get to know each other. So hopefully you'll be able to find time to make that. If you didn't get that email or have questions, please let me know, because you should have certainly received that. What was the other one? Something about, there's a new station. Thank you for that. That really is, it's super, it is very exciting. We know it's a long play, but that is certainly made easier by the investment you already made in the improved EMS quarters. That's still appreciated. And then last is just a little bit complex, but so there is currently a bill in the House, House Bill 1152, that was introduced by Representative Jill Cooper out of Westmoreland County that established an EMS statewide fee schedule. It has broad bipartisan support. There's 65 co-sponsors from both sides of the aisle. It is currently, though, held up in the Veterans Affairs and Emergency Preparedness Committee, chaired by Representative Solomon out of Philadelphia. And he has made a bunch of demands. I'm also involved with the Ambulance Association of Pennsylvania of what he wanted to learn and know about and so forth before he would move it out of committee. If it doesn't come out of committee soon, we're going to have have to start over again next year in the entire 2-year legislative process. His most recent request was that we have, the biggest issue we face with this is the Insurance Federation. It's the largest, most well-funded lobbyist organization in Pennsylvania, and they're against it. And I'll explain exactly what this is in a second. But so Representative Solomon asked that a concurring bill be introduced from the Senate from a Republican. He's a Democrat. That has now happened as of last week. Senator Devlin Robinson, who's local to us, introduced the bill and has been also co-sponsored by Lindsey Williams. So we're hoping that's going to help move this forward. What the statewide EMS fee schedule does, there's already 14 states that have this in place. It takes, and this affects the private insurers, UPMC, Highmark, all the Aetna, all those companies, and it mandates they pay 350% of Medicare charges for ambulance services. And it mandates they pay those charges directly to EMS. Why that's important is, if you've not heard me talk about Highmark before, in 2025, we had 102 patients keep Highmark checks to the tune of $150,000 that we lost to the organization. We're one ambulance service of 600 in southern Pennsylvania. So it mandates they pay us directly. And the other thing we were striving to get put into this bill, it's not there currently, is a patient protection component, so that patients wouldn't pay more than $100 out of pocket for ambulance service that have private insurance. The reason that's important is the insurers will cost shift this by increasing co-pays and deductibles to the subscribers if that's not in there. So the reason I go into all this detail is we're in the beginning of a letter writing campaign, and it has to be physically a letter. I'm going to send the information to Ryan and hope that we can get letters coming from Hampton Township from each of you to our elected state officials and Representative Solomon, the governor, and Senator Robinson. So it's going to be a heavy lift. It's a heavy lift for us, but if we can get help with that, it really is significant for our organization. Between revenue loss for patients keeping checks to the increased revenue for this is about a $750,000 increase in our budget of $3.4 million. So it is very significant and would lessen the burden on the township this way. One of the reasons I certainly think it's important to you, other than I know you all value quality ambulance service. So any questions about that? All right, more to follow. And that's my report, unless there's any questions.
Doesn't seem like it. Thank you.
Jerry looks like he has something to say. He was thinking about it. No, maybe not.
He's
All
saving
right.
it.
He often looks that way.
When are the next new ambulances coming?
September 1, which is 80% grant funded. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, nothing else for public safety, I assume?
No.
Community services.
Regarding the Shaycog Spring Commodities Bid Award, as per my May 7th memo, I am requesting the award of contracts through the South Hills Council of Governments for numerous commodities such as limestone, traffic sign posts, frames, grates, storm sewer pipe. If awarded, letters will go out to the listed vendors within the next few days. Any questions?
What jumped out at me is it's Shaycog.
Yes.
Has that always been what we've done is through Shaycog,
Yeah.
not North Hills Cog, but through
Spring and,
Shaycog?
yeah, spring and fall commodities. Yes.
North Hills Cog doesn't do a commodities program.
Yeah.
And even though we're not in the South Hills, we can do South Hills.
Yes.
I brought that with me. I'm just kidding. I did not.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions? All right, then can I get a motion to award contracts through the Shaycog Spring Commodities Purchasing Program per the Assistant Township Manager's recommendation in the memo dated May 7th?
So moved.
Second. Roll call.
Mr. Midgley?
Favor.
Mr. Sholey?
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn?
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch?
Favor.
Dr. Johnson?
Favor. All right, item B.
Speaking of capital projects, the first one. As you know, discussions have occurred this year between the township and museum representatives concerning the condition of their parking lot. In April, you reallocated $20,000 from the park trail paving project for drainage and a new concrete pad under their breezeway. With the park trail paving project nearing completion this week, final estimates for that paving and engineering for that program totals about $123,000. This total, combined with the previous museum breezeway work, leaves approximately $56,000 in the Park Trail paving capital budget account. 2 estimates were received to pave the museum parking lot. The lowest was from Shields Asphalt in the amount of $52,360. Both estimates were comparable to each other. We had talked about going to a smaller paving company to see if they would come in at any other price. All of us felt they may be even more. It's a very small project, and a lot of the paving companies just don't want to do it. There's a lot of tight ends and corners, so it's going to be a difficult project. That being the case, I'm requesting council consideration to reallocate $52,360 from the Park Trail paving project and approve change order number 2 to Shields Asphalt Paving for the Depreciation Lands Museum parking lot project. We really don't think if we wait till next year, it's probably going to be the same amount or even more.
Does anyone have any questions? All right, then can I get a motion to approve change order 2 to resurface the Depreciation Lands Museum parking lot and reallocate $52,360 from the Park Trail paving project to the parking lot paving project?
So moved.
Second. I was digesting, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Just so I'm,
Question?
yeah, I mean, question, I'll just restate it just so I understand. So the Park Trail is done and we have 56 left, of which we're moving 52 over to,
Correct.
yeah, okay.
Yes.
Got
Yeah.
it.
With all of the numbers that I have that I've put together with the paving engineer, this drainage work that was done, and the concrete, yes, we'll have about $56,000 left.
And I think you were
That's enough.
pretty accurate, if not sort of over, especially with your engineering
Yes.
estimates. I mean, you did not underestimate those. You've estimated high.
Yeah,
which
I added a
was
little bit
appropriate.
more just in case.
Yeah.
All right, so we've had a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shuley,
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn,
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch,
Favor.
Mr. Midgley,
Favor.
Dr. Johnson.
Favor. By the way, the trail looks wonderful. I walked it a couple of days ago, and it's so nice to not have all the ruts everywhere that you have to watch out for.
They really did a nice job on it. They were supposed to finish tonight, and a couple of the concrete pads, they did break them, crack them, so they're going to cut those out and then re-concrete them. They'll add concrete back, so they'll probably have to come back for that.
Okay.
So, but they did do a really nice job. It's a big difference,
Yeah.
big difference. We were actually, I was gonna put this in my monthly report, but I'll say it now. We were talking about 5 to 6 years, come back and either do some type of chip seal or some type of seal over it just to keep it so it doesn't, erode. So, okay, thanks.
Item C, please.
After last year's paving program, I was contacted by the owner of 2830 Clearview Road expressing a concern regarding additional stormwater runoff his property has been experiencing. And after review from Gateway Engineers and Public Works, it was determined that this property is experiencing additional stormwater runoff from multiple sources. It wasn't necessarily anything that the paving company had done at that time. We really wish the resident would have spoken up while it was being paved, but he is getting a lot of stormwater in his driveway from multiple areas. Township Road, there's a private drive just up the street from him, and it's been draining for a very long time. It's not like it's something new there. So we all confirmed it was coming from multiple locations. To properly correct this issue, approximately 120 feet of one lane of Clearview in front of the property would have to be milled, a new wearing course, and a wedge curb installed. Shields Asphalt Paving has agreed to provide this service as a change order to Contract B to this year's paving program, and I did provide a copy of the change order for your review. I'm requesting council's consideration to approve change order number 1 to the 2026 road resurfacing program Contract B for the milling and resurfacing and adding a wedge curb in front of 2830 Clearview in the amount of $23,764.
And we're fairly confident that this will resolve his issues?
Yes, for sure.
So is the wedge curb the correction?
Yes, and he does have a drain in his driveway, but all of the stormwater like misses the drain and erodes his driveway. And if we would just go in and add a curb there, we can't do it properly. It would always just fall apart. You have to mill out and add it properly for the wedge curb to stay.
Okay. I guess I thought that we were doing wedge curbing on all the paving projects, so that would have been done last year as well.
Areas that, there's a lot of areas on township roads that are sheet drainage and don't have wedge curb because you don't have a storm sewer system to collect all that water. So in his area, it has been sheet drainage. So, but he should have really come to the township prior to the paving to express his concerns, so we could have done something at that time.
So it was happening before
Yes,
the paving.
yes. And he thought a curb would have been added,
I see.
but we were not aware the severity of it.
So we're not fixing his driveway.
No, we're just adding a
stopping
curb.
the water from,
Yes, yeah. The curb will actually go in his driveway a little. That catch basin is probably 5 to 8 feet back from the curb, so the curb will go around to that box so that the water goes into the catch basin and across the street to our storm sewer system.
Anyone else have any questions? All right, then can I get a motion to approve the change order to the road resurfacing program contract B regarding 2830 Clearview Road milling and resurfacing in the amount of $23,764 per the Assistant Township Manager's recommendation in the memo dated May 20th?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Blackburn,
Favor?
Ms. Fritsch,
Favor.
Mr. Midgley,
Favor.
Mr. Shirley,
favor.
Dr. Johnson.
Favor. Right, anything to add to the monthly reports?
I guess it's too early to ask about salt, isn't it?
I don't want
For
to
the
think
year.
about winter yet. We've barely gotten any warm weather yet.
That's all I have. Thanks. I'm not gonna push my luck tonight.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Anything else for community services?
I have nothing else.
All right, environmental services, please.
Thank you, Madam President. This evening, the manager and I are requesting authorization to advertise for the Pioneer Place Sanitary Sewer Infrastructure Takeover Ordinance. This is for the new homes we're building along South Pioneer Road, and this would allow us to own that sanitary infrastructure.
Anyone have any questions? All right, then can I get a motion to authorize advertisement for the Pioneer Place Sanitary Sewer Infrastructure Takeover Ordinance per the Environmental Service Director's recommendation?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Fritsch,
Favor.
Mr. Midgley,
Favor.
Mr. Shirley,
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn,
Favor.
Dr. Johnson.
Favor.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I have nothing else unless there are questions.
Jim, have there been any concerns, issues, anything with the work they've done there in Pioneer Place thus far? From your perspective?
There have been a couple small issues that have been rectified by the contractor. One of which was installation of a manhole. They had some issues with it, and that's been corrected. Engineering will provide a final report on all the testing before recommendation for takeover will take place. And they do have an inspector on site for all the work.
Do you know if there's been any complaints from the downstream residents on excessive water?
I've heard nothing.
That was
I've heard
fantastic.
nothing yet. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, we've had some pretty good rain.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
zoning and planning.
Thank you. Zoning and Planning seeks authorization to advertise for a public hearing for the conditional use for 7 Brew. The public hearing will occur at the June agenda meeting on June 10th. I know that we, of course, have been having this with repeatedly. We did not open it at the last meeting, so we need to formally request authorization.
For anyone who doesn't remember, we actually did open this public hearing a few months ago and continued it, and then
Continue it.
nothing and nothing and nothing. So apparently we do need to re-advertise. Is there any questions? Aside from, do you think this is actually going to happen? June
I think
10th?
so, yes.
Okay.
I think so. I hope so.
All right. I'm not asking if the development's gonna happen. Will the public hearing happen?
I think so.
Okay.
I hope so. I've heard no different at the moment, and if they push it back again, then
All right. Anyone have any questions? All right. Can I get a motion to advertise for a public hearing in conjunction with the Seven Brew conditional use application 26-01 with a suggested date of June 10th?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Midgley?
Favor.
Mr. Sholey?
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn?
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch?
Favor.
Dr. Johnson?
Favor. All right. Item B, please.
yes. Zoning and Planning seeks authorization to advertise for a public hearing to amend the township's timber harvesting ordinance. The township's current ordinance is currently misaligned with Pennsylvania Commonwealth Act 38 acre requirements. The solicitor recommends the township amend the current timber harvesting ordinance to more closely follow the model ordinance recommended by the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office.
Thank you for sending the redlined version along, though you were not joking when you said that almost the entire thing changed. I did have one question. Previously, there was an exemption that talked about trees that represented an immediate danger were not subject to the ordinance, and I saw that that was removed. Is that, like, caveat subsumed in other areas of the ordinance?
I'm not sure of that.
I'm not
was-
either, and I
was
would
gonna say-
just, any exceptions that are in the current ordinance, did you also get a chance to see the GTN memo explain?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they
yeah,
got it.
okay,
Yeah.
good. So any exceptions that are in the current ones are the ones that are okayed and recommended by the Attorney General. I'm not sure if the one you're mentioning is actually in the new one.
Didn't we do a timber harvesting ordinance? Like
We're
back
very
in
Several-
2019
yeah, this is
or
an
something?
adjustment to that because somebody brought a lawsuit.
Basically,
Related to it?
people bring these acre complaints to the
Yeah.
Attorney General, and they keep issuing these different letter rulings. So there's
Okay.
been probably 50 letter rulings since the time we did our
Okay.
timber
I
harvesting
thought
ordinance.
we had done
Ours
one,
was very
actually.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
remember
we-
the context, which I won't put out there, but I do remember
Right.
the context, yeah.
Right, right. So, right, we can't be more strict than the DEP regs,
I
and, you know,
see.
we basically need to
Okay.
follow what the AG has issued since then.
Okay.
So we're sort of stuck.
And actually, there is, so we took out the clause that said, for the exception, any tree determined to be causing a danger or be in hazardous condition as a result of a natural event. But there is also one that says an exemption is trees directed to be removed by a municipal, county, state, or federal authority. So I'm guessing maybe that got subsumed into that.
That may be the case.
Okay.
There are a lot of stipulations that DEP puts on us that we kind of, our hands are tied on. I attended a training today with the Conservation District, and there were some things that I mentioned there that they weren't even aware of. I was informing them at the Conservation District about it. There was actually one
Interesting.
person who actually said, "What is acre?" And I had to explain it to them. So, I think that this has not been communicated well to a lot of individuals, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, did anyone else have any questions about the new timber harvesting ordinance? All right, then can I get a motion to authorize advertisement for the timber harvesting ordinance update?
So
Lucy moved.
I'll second whatever.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Sholey?
Favor.
Ms. Blackburn?
Favor.
Ms. Fritsch?
Favor.
Mr. Midgley?
Favor.
Dr. Johnson?
Favor. All right, anything else for zoning and planning?
Nothing further to add, just the monthly report from our fire marshal.
All right, thank you. Old business.
The first actual day of summer in Hampton Township is next Wednesday when the farmer's market opens. So,
Yes,
yes,
excited.
yes. And the pool did open, one day delayed, much to the chagrin of some. Mr. Emasini's wife being the
Wonderful.
most chagrined.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was, but yes, the pool is open now. It is not leaking by all stretch, by all measure. It is, we have no issues there, so we're good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. New business.
Just a very brief executive session after this to discuss real estate and personnel. No action will be taken, I assure you.
Does anyone else have anything that they would like to add for new business? All right, then I will adjourn this evening's meeting to an executive session where we will be discussing personnel issues. Thank you for coming. Have a good night, Frank.